Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you can hear me. So today's show is going to be a fun one. I've basically, I've been trying to get somebody that I can sort of talk to, and somebody that I don't know, chat about like my thoughts, especially what's happened in the last, like, let's say 24 hours. And it is one of my, let's say, compadres and Chelsea like supporters that I met on the football terrace. So like shout out to the football terrace for sure for like connecting Chelsea fans, which is amazing because that started out to be like a United a United specific show that sort of blossomed into something else. So basically what I want to sort of talk about is what's happened with like the last 24 hours with Chelsea. It's been crazy, um in terms of, like, we definitely thought that we're getting Simons. We've been waiting with these percentage updates, which is not normal. Like, we don't normally hear people talk about percentage updates when they talk about like transfers. And with Fabrizio, he kept saying that it's going to happen, 85%, 70%, like the different like percentages. And then finally it just didn't happen. And that was quite annoying. However, the surprise signing that we've had is Buonanotte from Brighton, which I did not see coming, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I'm not surprised that we went and got like a surprise transfer and from Brighton. I think that at this point, even though Brighton is a difficult club to do business with, we pretty much like made them our like second academy, like they Cobham 2 or something, because of the fact that we have easy access to these guys. We're just able to like take whatever we need from their players. And I don't know what happened, or I don't have enough updates on what happened with Enciso. We don't know if that's going to go through or not, or if it actually fell through. So yeah, so what we want to do now is we want to talk about like what happened with Simons and how he ended up with Spurs. We're going to talk about Buonanotte to Chelsea, who else we could sign by the end of the window, which is in a couple of days. And most importantly, we're going to talk about what to expect from this game, that we have to play tomorrow against Fulham, which is a side that has been formidable, and they've been doing good work, let's say. So I'm going to, like, without any further ado, going to welcome Quest on stage, and yeah, just like chat Chelsea.
Yes, man.
What's up?
Andrew, my boy, how are you, man?
I'm good, my bro. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. It's been a long day, innit? A long day of news, bro.
Yes, it is. It is. It's been quite hectic, and to be honest with you, I didn't expect to see that, and I said that I won't believe it in the group chat. That's what I said. I won't believe it until I see Simon's holding up a shirt, like a Spurs shirt, and that happened.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be as gutted. I know you told me already I shouldn't be as gutted as I am, but it's just that, this anticipation that was building. It's Fabrizio's fault, bro. He kept doing these percentage things and saying, "Oh, it's definitely going to happen. He's waiting for us, and it's only Chelsea. It's nobody else." He's said
yeah.
no to Bayern. He said no to all of that, and because he said all of that, it sort of the anticipation built, and then now here we are talking about how he's a Spurs player.
Bro, yeah, listen, man. I already recorded a video earlier. I think I'm gonna post it tomorrow morning, yeah. But it's tough. It's tough because look, like you said, yeah, had we have not been teased this deal, we may not have been bothered. And of course, we're only really upset because deep down we know like he's a likable player. Yeah, he's got something about him. Whether he was gonna be, whether he's even gonna be like one of the Premier League's biggest contributors or anything like that, doesn't even really matter. It was more just like, okay, wow, like we've been linked to somebody that's okay. He seems like he's got something about him. And I was saying in my video, me personally, like I've been watching Simmons since he was sort of like 8 years old, 9 years old. Yeah, when he was in the La Liga Future Stars and Playing for Barca with a blue and red kit with a yellow collar, all these things. He's wearing the Nike Magista. So I've loved this guy for ages. I've signed him on like 3 or 4 career modes. But you know what it is, man? The more and more I think about it, Andrew, yeah.
I just let you talk yourself into that, bro. Like you just realized that.
Bro. No, do you know what? It hurts, yeah, but it's like at the same time, I feel like the reason is it hurts is because we were there.
We were there,
And
exactly.
yeah, and we never like to feel like we've lost out.
Yeah.
But all the communication from all the journalists, everything is saying we lost out. But you know, when you really read in between the lines, yeah, like I hope I can find this tweet. Let me even get my phone right. I was reading a tweet from Ben Jacobs,
Okay.
and he was sort of reposting a quote from what Xavi Simons' agent said.
Mm-mm.
And it's very, very interesting when you read these quotes. It's very interesting. So this is what was said earlier. Yeah. Let me just find the exact one because I don't want to misquote. Let me go Ben Jacobs. Sorry. I had it.
No problem, bro. No problem. Like take your time. Like for me, like
Yeah.
while you find
Go
that
on.
it is this. It's like I kept seeing these posts where you have Xavi Simons as a like 8-year, 12-year-old kid, and we wanted him then. And I thought they're
Yeah.
going to build this entire narrative, like we didn't get him then, and we got him now, and that's the whole point. And this guy is he's a good guy. He's a baller. He has the ability. I know that in our team, a team where like we discussed this already, where it's like a family, we're building something that he
Yeah.
could thrive. Okay, and he has this ability, and it's going to be like Yoga Benito football, bro. Again, like I
Yeah.
was really thinking that, and then I didn't like what they did in the Spurs. I don't know if you've seen the Spurs introduction video when they introduced him.
Oh, I've not seen it. What did they do?
They mentioned that specifically, and I was like, they're cheeky, like that. They shouldn't have said it.
Ah,
They said,
is it?
because they said Spurs called and I answered. Like
Okay.
that's a little bit tongue in cheek there. Like you know what I mean? It's like saying Chelsea didn't call, or you're saying that didn't matter who called, Spurs called and I answered. I don't
Spurs
know
called,
what they're
yep.
trying to imply, but like that was a little bit
Mm.
tongue in cheek, and I was like, that's not something I want to hear.
Yeah. And listen, that's again, this is the thing. Like I've had to tell myself today, like I've got to stop reading these tweets because the more I read it, the more it feels like it hurts. But it's like it shouldn't hurt because at the end of the day, this is what I mean. I found this tweet. Yeah. So this is what I mean. I like to just try and understand what people are really saying. So this was Ben Jacobs posting this, yeah, and it comes from Ali Barat, who is the owner of Epic Sports, so Xavi's like agency, and he said, Xavi Simons is one of the most unique talents in the world. Helping him reach the next chapter of his career with clarity and ambition is a responsibility we're proud to carry. So when I read that, yeah, for me, what I understand is this move was never about a specific club.
Yeah.
No matter what they told us, no matter what Fab said, it was never Xavi Simons has specifically said to his agents, and he said to Leipzig, is Chelsea or nothing. This was Xavi Simons saying, I want to leave Leipzig and I want to go to a Premier League team.
Yeah.
So when I read this, I'm going, this was the right move. Chelsea are smart. Chelsea are smart in the end after making a bad decision to publicly chase him. Bad decision.
Right? Yeah. I think that is a bad decision.
Smart in the end. Yeah. They've been smart in the end to say, hey, we may have made a mistake here in terms of we can't get everything together, but also we're not sure if this is the kind of profile that actually our team and squad needs and whether our manager even wants this. Hold on a minute. We might have to backtrack. Yeah. And the fact that they didn't bid tells me, okay, somewhere along the line, someone said, this is actually going to be a bad deal if we try to push this.
Yeah.
So we have to back out now.
Yeah.
And doubling down on that, when I read that his agent is talking about setting up his career, again, it reinforces for me. We've had players like this, Kai Havertz. We've had players like Mason Mount, that when they leave, they start saying this about Chelsea, that about Chelsea. This is another player that would have turned into a mercenary. Because if you say you love Chelsea, you wait for Chelsea.
That's
When
true.
you love a girl, bro,
Yeah, yeah,
she says, "I'm not sure if I'm ready."
yeah,
Minimum you give her is like 2 weeks. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
get, yeah. He
yeah,
waited a month.
yeah,
But you're waiting a month, and all of the correspondence, as in all of the messaging back and forth, is we're trying to get this Nkunku deal across the line. Once we get it across the line, then we'll come in for you. Once we come and get Sanchez, Jackson sold, we'll come in for you.
yeah,
Even if that doesn't happen, a player that really, really wants Chelsea goes, "I'm really, really mad right now. I will go back to my club, Leipzig, and I will wait."
yeah,
Fair enough, Andrew, bro. If he ended up going to City, fair
yeah,
enough. If he ended up going to Liverpool, fair enough. Even if he ended up going to Arsenal,
yeah,
fair enough. They're all teams in far more stable positions than we are right now. But you
yeah,
went
for
to
sure.
Spurs. You went to Spurs. No, I can't understand. Now I really can't understand it. Because I'm like, you say this is about the next step of your career. So fine, take Chelsea out. Why didn't you go to Bayern?
It
Bayern is
yeah,
guaranteed Champions League every
yeah,
year.
it really genuinely begs the question, like, why
It don't
not?
make sense.
Yeah, yeah, for me that's the thing, like one of the things that you said, especially like in our group chat, that you said that made sense to me, and I was like, okay, yes, you have to feel bad because yeah, it is not, it's not fun to see like a player like you just mentioned
Yeah.
publicly we chased, sort of like, sign for like direct rivals, and especially the guys who, like we have the number all the time, every time we play, irrespective of how the game starts, we finish it, we always finish it,
Yes.
right? So to see him go there, it just made what you said made a lot of sense, when you said that, bro, if somebody publicly says they want Chelsea, then they wait for Chelsea, and if they don't, and if they go there, then we don't need that kind of a player,
Yes.
right? And I know, like, in that, when if I'm in that frame of mind, then I'm okay at this moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm feeling like, okay, it's okay that he's gone there, it's fine, we will do like a surprise, like signing, and that's what we did, like, and like it genuinely surprised me, the Buonanotte deal, like actually,
Oh
like
yeah.
I was not expecting that at all. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, what do you think of Buonanotte? Like, genuinely, what is your thoughts?
Look again, like I said in my video, right? Um, the thing with Buonanotte is if you look at the signing on paper, as
Mm-hmm.
a Chelsea fan, having just missed out on Xavi Simmons, you were
Mm-hmm.
all disappointed. But
Yeah.
if you look at this deal in isolation, yeah, the optics are it's a player on loan, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
which tells you about Chelsea's financial situation. So
Mm-hmm.
before you get upset, I understand there's things going on behind the scenes that we're maybe not privy to.
Yeah.
Maybe this is Chelsea saving Chelsea from being in trouble for the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if that's what the cost is going to be, not getting Xavi, I'm fine with that. Because I don't want to keep doing this thing every year where you wait for on our backs, PSR on our back, blah 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 blah. It's not fun having to sell off your whole academy and the stands and having to sell off the car park and the hotels. It's not fun, bro. So
It is
adding
not
on
fun,
to it,
yeah.
it's not fun. So adding on to that, I live in the Midlands in England, so I don't live in London no more.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, I'm surrounded by Leicester fans, so I
Okay.
know this guy because of his time at Leicester.
Okay.
And I can tell you now, when he was at Leicester, one of my closest boys is a Leicester fan. They were
Okay.
telling me this guy is the guy. So when Steve Cooper got sacked from Leicester, even before, sorry, he was playing Buonanotte game in, game out, him and El Canus.
Yeah.
When he got sacked and Ruud van Nistelrooy came in, one of the first people Ruud van Nistelrooy dropped was Buonanotte. The fans were upset. And it wasn't because they had Fatu, they had Mavadidi, they had Vardy, of course, but they were saying this guy was one of the guys that was one of the hardest working guys on the team. So that's my first point of reference, is that they're saying this guy was contributing significantly on the ball and off the ball. What we need right now is not any more luxury players, bro. We need players that contribute on and off the ball.
Like
If
for Maresca style football,
yeah,
basically.
bro,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes. If we don't have it, we're done. So that
Yeah.
then the other thing is like, okay, so you got a loan, you're keeping yourself financially savvy. People are saying he works hard on and off the ball. Brighton clearly don't want to sell because they're only letting him go on loan. And then you look at his age bracket, 20 years old. He's going from Brighton to Chelsea. So he's not going on loan to a lower club.
Yeah,
He's going on loan to a higher club, which means he's going to go into that club thinking, wow, I really want to be a part of what everybody's doing here.
yeah.
Because a higher club doesn't take
That's a
lower clubs
very
players on loan.
that's a very
You,
interesting point. Like it's a
do you get
very
my point?
interesting because I didn't think about it like that when you say that because it's normally uh, like when you go on loan, you always go to a lower club. Like Mark Gay,
Yes,
we sent him or Mark Guiu, sorry, not Mark Gay. Mark Guiu, we sent him to Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Yeah,
Yep.
so like you wouldn't send him to a City or you wouldn't send him to like a Liverpool or like I don't know Bayern or like that. You sent him so that he'll get more game time. And then you have a 20-year-old guy because I think these guys are similar age. And
Yeah.
you have a 20-year-old coming to our club. Yeah, that does make me think. One thing that you mentioned, I think this not many people are talking about. I think I can't remember which tweet I saw. There was this information about possibly why we didn't sign Simmons or why we didn't even bid was the financial
Okay.
aspect of it. To
Yeah, it
say
has to be.
there has to be a value. That's why we went for Garnacho, who was far less expensive, uh, prem proven already, is like hardworking on and off the ball. So everything that you said, I think that as a player, he fits the profile that we need right now on the left hand side because Gittins is still like not prem proven. He'll take time to like get into it, and we are in 4 competitions for sure,
Yes.
right? So we are going to need those guys on the left. So I really really think that that's a valid point, and I think we could explore that like some more, maybe like in possible future streams if we get more information, just to sort of talk about that. Because I think sometimes what we do as fans, we get emotional. We see that, hey, the big signing didn't come to us, it went to somebody else, but it's still these long term repercussions. Who's facing today, as when I see it as a club, is United are facing
Yeah.
that today as a club. They're not able
Yeah.
to recover. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but as a club, they're not able to recover. Spurs is a very well run financial organization. Like, you have to admit that, like, they know how to make money. They use their
Yeah.
stadium for multiple other events and not just football. And I'm sure that our owners will eventually do that. I'm sure they will do that because these guys found loopholes, and that's why all the other fans are pissed, obviously, is because they found loopholes that they didn't even know existed before.
Yeah.
And now
Loopholes
these
in
guys,
loopholes.
yeah, yeah. And now these guys are just like super pissed that, oh, we managed to sell. I mean, it's not wrong to do it. Like, there's no way it was illegal. It was just that nobody thought of doing it first, and these guys did it, which I think is
Exactly.
smart business. Like, if somebody else did that and we didn't do that, I would be pissed also. Like, man, why didn't you think of it? Yeah, it's just, and it's okay. Sometimes, it's okay as long as it's legal. I think David said that on the stream with you. As long as it's
Yeah.
legal, bro, I am okay with it. Like, I'm okay with
Yes.
doing whatever it needs to be done, because I don't want this excuse of, yeah, we finished twice 3 years in a row. Next year's our season. That's not what Chelsea does. We
Yeah.
play a competition to win it. Yes, we fall short. We've fallen short multiple times, but we always come back, and we do have a trophy cabinet that means something, that says something. We have enough to prove. We have heritage. You know what Jose Mourinho says? We have heritage. So that's something that not everybody else can easily, like, with chest, say that. And that's why I also have been saying this. As much as some of these signings, again, they don't fully make sense to me, because of, like, I don't have this perspective that you have to say, hey, it could be a financial thing. Hey, this guy because I don't watch Leicester games like that. I'll watch it in the
Yeah.
Prem, but if they're not in the Prem, then I don't know what they're doing otherwise. So when you tell me that, okay, this guy's a good player, then I trust you because of your ball knowledge, because you support Chelsea and you want, like, you want the best for them. So you're not going to, like, yeah, exactly. You're not going to, like, gas it up for no reason. But at the same time, for me, it's like I because of what we sort of seen in terms of transition, like, it's taken us time. We were like throwing everything at the wall, hoping something would stick. But we've got 2 trophies from that.
Yes.
Guys are doing something. They're playing, and for me, one of the things that are very important, it's winning trophies is important.
Yes.
Like, winning games is important. Having a good, like, dressing room, all of that is important. But watching the football and feeling excited that my team is going to play, that is very important. And I can say today that under Poch, it was not that. Under Poch, it
Yep.
was not. It was not exciting football. I was hoping that we will go and win. As a fan, I was hoping that
Yes.
we go and win. And towards the end, the last 6 games, he did something. He sort of finished. We finished sixth. We came out of like a rut. I understand all of that. But today, I can say with this team, I'm excited to watch this team play because we have extremely technical and talented individuals who are also brave. They don't.
Yes.
They go with the manager's game plan, but you have to make on pitch decisions, and that's what leaders do.
Yes.
They make on pitch decisions, and Palmer said that in that I think it was the final, or it was one of the games where they kept passing side to side. The final of the
Yeah, the final. Yeah,
yeah,
Conference
against
League.
Betis, yeah, or Conference League. They kept passing side to side, side to side. And he's like, I had enough of that. Like, we needed to take action and we needed to do something. And that's
Yeah.
what I want to see more of from the team. And I have faith that we can play that kind of football. So I'm
Yeah.
super excited. I'm super excited to watch this team. And every time there's a game, I'm like really looking forward to it. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
had this extra sort of like energy like to my day, like, because I want to know, I want to see what these guys are going to do, because all our players, especially the front line, are super exciting.
Yes, bro. Yes. And you know what? You made a good point there about transition. Like Arsenal have been in transition for 6 years. No trophies. Liverpool, and this is what I said in my video. Liverpool, I'll give them credit because they are the only team in the Premier League right now that has changed their manager in the last 2 to 3 years or last 2 years and has kept the level of performance consistently high.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has been there for 6, 7, however many years. Even Eddie Howe, he's been there for 3, 4 years now. He's won his first trophy. I respect it, but
Yeah.
3, 4 years. Arteta has been there for 6 years, nothing. The Spurs, they've just changed their manager. If they go on to win something, fair enough. If they don't, I won't be surprised.
No, but with
So
Ange, they changed Ange and they still won
with
one trophy.
and they still won one. And he was
Yeah.
there for, was he not there for, I think he was there for 2 years,
2
no?
years. 2 years, yes.
Two
He was
years.
2 years,
So
yes.
Maresca is going into his second season as the manager of Chelsea Football Club, where there is increased pressure on a daily. This is a manager that they all said he will be sacked by Christmas, Andrew.
Yeah.
And now we're upset because we didn't sign Xavi Simons. Guys, it's like, I get it. I really do get it. It
Yeah.
hurt. But at the same time, this is where you have to have perspective because we're in transition still. We're still in transition. And you know how you know we're in transition? When we're letting as many players go as we're bringing in.
Yeah.
Look at even this summer, everybody said, Chelsea, the owners, what are they doing? Why would you prioritize Garnacho? Do you know why you have to prioritize Garnacho over Xavi Simons? Because in the central forward position, we have Joao Pedro, we have Delap as a striker / centre forward, more of a striker. We have Cole Palmer, who's a centre forward / stuck in mid. We have Esteval that can play there. Enzo Fernandez can push into there. So we already have a myriad of options. If you go to the left wing, just count. Sterling, he's not playing.
Yeah.
Nkunku, he's going.
He's
Sancho,
gone. He's gone. I think he's gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Sancho
Yeah.
didn't sign. Madueke, who can play on the left, gone.
Yeah.
So our only options are Pedro Neto playing out of position.
Yeah.
Bino Gittins,
Yeah.
who is coming fresh out of the Bundesliga. How many
Yeah.
players come out of the Bundesliga and they do well straight away? You
Yeah.
see Ekitike is doing well, but what about Verts?
Yeah. What's
So
his struggling?
you-
Nkuku,
he's
bro.
struggling.
We can look into our own house. Like Nkuku struggled, and
He
he was
struggled.
balling it in the Bundesliga. He was balling it, and that's why we signed him.
You
Okay,
see
so
it.
then so he came here and he's struggling. So I fully get that, and I think that it's very important what you said. It's very important to have context and perspective on everything that is happening today, because when you make this like transition, when you have manager changes, it is not easy. And when something you spoke about, I know that we're like diverging a little bit and talking about Arsenal, but I want to like take this point home, is to say that okay, when you're transitioning, even if it's gradual, it has to be upward growth, right? It has to be that. What Arsenal have done is, and so they've not won anything in whatever number of years that this guy has been in charge. They've signed like shitloads of players, especially this season. They've signed really good players that could help them.
Yeah.
but their style of play, they still are like the biggest threat of Arsenal is a corner. That's their biggest threat. You can't say anything else. You can't say it's free kicks. You can't say it's their transition play. You can't say it's their counter attack. You can't say, it's their tiki taka passing. It's the corner. And I think Terry said this in one of the shows. Like literally, their corner is a striker. It's a center forward because
Yes.
as soon as they get, it's equal to a penalty, bro. Like if they get a corner, it's equal to a penalty. And again, I'm not saying those goals don't count. I'm saying that it is amazing that they found a way. But I'm saying if that is only your style of play, the only people that I think, or the only kind of teams I've seen that play like that is bottom of the league relegation teams trying to come up because they're like, okay, we can't score against these teams. So we like load up with tall guys in the box and like spam the box and then make sure that like one of our guys, head it in. And for me, that's the issue I have with the way Arsenal has built their what do you say, like their entire like style of play. So they've regressed or they've stayed consistent in the way that they have not won anything, but they've regressed in their style of play because before they used to play like that. I remember an
Yes.
Arsenal team that had Nasri in it. It had this guy, what's his name? Andre Ashavin, I think. It had
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it
That
had
team.
Arteta himself. It had even these guys, bro. Fabregas. So all of these
Yeah.
guys used to
Yeah.
make like beautiful, like transition play. They used to do
Yeah.
those like defense splitting passes. They used to make like yeah. But anyway, so I don't want to go too much into Arsenal. But the whole point is that what I appreciate, what our owners have done, what I appreciate, what the club has done is that even through transition, even when some of us, even I've called the manager out many times because I was like, what is he doing? He's being
Yeah.
really stubborn. And he also comes
Yeah.
from Leicester. Our manager comes from Leicester. Okay, so he is stubborn. He is
Yeah.
all of that. But then what I think is that he he sort of learned from it and he's sort of trying to like build something. He's trying to evolve as a manager, as a leader in
Yes.
that dressing room, and that I really appreciate. And
Yes.
having said that, he's from Leicester. Do you think I don't know because you'll know better, do you think that
Yeah.
he already played Buonanotte, like he's seen him before that, and that's why you think that he would have asked for this player?
Well, I was trying to think about it earlier. I don't think so because I think he was at Brighton the
Okay.
year that Leicester was in the Championship.
Okay.
I think, which would have been the 23-24 season.
Okay. Okay. So
I'll
he
I'll, I'll,
wouldn't
I'll ch- yeah, I'll check it because I at first that was my first thought. I
okay.
thought, oh, is this because of the links? But no, it says he was at Brighton. So 23-24,
Okay.
he was at Brighton. Then he was at Leicester last season. But even still, for me, it's like those managers at that level where they're coming out of doing your like they sort of come out of doing their assistant jobs and all these things. They look at those clubs at that level and they
Mhm.
look at who are the young and up and coming players. And the thing about Maresca is he might not be like elite talent scout. And that's why I think Chelsea have Joe Shields behind the scenes,
Yeah.
people that know how to find the players. But what Maresca is really good at, that people are not going to understand for a little while until he has a couple of wins under his belt, a couple of trophies. What he's really good at is seeing who needs developing and how.
Okay.
So if you can go back and find press conference after press conference where they'll ask him about a certain player and he will say, I see them as this. I see them as this. I don't see them as that. So one thing he always said about Jackson is, he always said, Jackson, I don't see Jackson as a winger. I see Jackson as a striker. The interesting thing is, I would disagree because Jackson came up through Villarreal as a winger, but he was converted to a striker when he hit their first team. So I understand why Maresca said it. And actually, if you look at Jackson's return, despite the misses he made, he got, I think, 11 in his first season at Chelsea and 12 in his second season. That's in the league. So actually, statistically speaking, he had very similar numbers to Didier Drogba. The only difference is in football, we just don't have time.
Yeah.
So he's very good actually at understanding who needs what. So even now, when they've asked him about Garnacho, they've said, "Oh, Garnacho's in the building." He said, "Oh, Garnacho's in the building. I don't know where he is, blah blah." But I know he's
Mm,
here. He said, "I see him as a winger." So he
mm.
understands what the team needs. So
Yeah.
with this Facundo boy, for me,
Mm.
what I just see is Maresca must see something in his style of play that he thinks is able to help contribute in terms of either the speed of the game or the control of the game. And having watched Buonanotte, one thing he's very good at is keeping the ball.
Okay.
So you go and watch clips of him, yeah, he's a bit like Kendry Paez,
Okay.
where when he's on his left and he's dribbling, you're probably either going to have to foul him or you're really going to have to rough him up to get him off the ball. And Maresca appreciates that kind of player. So again, look, like I said in my video, am I excited? Am I like so excited that I'm jumping off my chair about Buonanotte? No. But Andrew, I think that's a good thing, bro. I really do. Because I think we're in an age of football where excitement is the currency. That's what people live off. I want to be excited. I want to be excited. I want to be. You saw how the Arsenal fans were in the group chat this morning. We signed Hincapi. We signed Hincapi. Andrew, I tell you now, nobody, not their grandma, not their dog, not their wife, nobody had heard of Hincapi before the link started.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah. That's
single
true.
person.
That's
But
true.
you know
That's
how we are as football fans now. We'll go, oh, I've watched him, man. He looks
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
No, we don't know. So I'm not like so excited that I'm jumping for joy, but
Hmm.
I actually I wonder if that's a really good thing because I wonder if that means Chelsea are getting better at making sensible decisions.
That's a very interesting view because yeah, it's that when you sign a player and you're not so excited about him, means you're not going to put pressure on that player. Like as fans, you're not going to put pressure on that because you don't know, and you're already under. And the thing is, the best thing that can happen for any of these players is that we underestimate them. We did that
Yes.
with Cole Palmer. He's our biggest example. When Cole Palmer signed for four, he was our surprise or like last minute, on the deadline day signing, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, you paid 40 million for this guy, he's a city
Yeah.
reject, and Pep didn't play him and all of that. Bro, today I can't imagine a Chelsea without Cole Palmer. I can't imagine it.
Wow.
Like, I can't imagine it. Like, I mean, goosebumps, like literally talking about this guy because of just the things that I've seen him do on a pitch against Everton, against PSG. Doesn't matter what level of club you are, and whatever these guys keep saying. Yes, he's been having a bad streak, and now we found out that he's been playing with an injury that he continued playing.
Yeah.
But when this guy is in form, when this guy is because this guy's head doesn't get messed up because he's very clear. He's
Yeah.
very clear on what he has to do. It's like if there's something physically wrong with him, that could impact his play. That's what I
Yeah.
can imagine. So I am very happy that we finally signed him, and that is why I'm going to put that same level of, like, say, expectation or trust, in the sense that my level of expectation from the owners is that, hey, you sign somebody on deadline day or close to deadline day as our, and we don't know if this is the secret signing. It could be because we had no links. There was no, oh, we are
Yeah.
going to
No.
sign this, that. But like now we know that it's going to happen, advanced talks, everything, right? So the thing is that we don't know still if this on 31st we could hear that it could be somebody else. i
Yeah.
was I'm gonna be delusional, and I was like really hoping for Morgan Rogers. I was like, bro,
No, I
please.
know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
I was
I
like,
know.
please say Morgan
Yo,
Rogers. Because if we give Jackson to Villa and be like, bro, he's a winger, you will play him because he played him as a winger, right? What's the Villa?
Unai.
Unai Emery. He played him
Yeah.
as a winger in Villarreal. It's like, bro, you take Jackson from us. You want somebody
Give
else?
us
We'll give
Morgan
you
Rogers.
Jackson. Yeah, we'll give you Sterling and Chilwell as like, as you buy one, you get two, like that. Yeah, yeah. Like we could do that because I would really like if that is so, because if we get Morgan Rogers, bro, I won't sweat Simmons. I won't sweat. I don't care. Because Rogers is not just prem proven, bro. He's the original, you know, the guy the guy.
Cold brothers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, bro. And because like they just vibe with each other. These guys know each other. I think, like, if you want me to get gassed about a signing, I think it would be Rogers. But let's see, like if that happens.
Yeah, let's see.
That's besides the thing. what I want to talk to you next about is just like, let's preview the game. Like, have your thoughts on that. If you want to share,
Yeah.
if you like your thoughts about what is your predicted 11 that we could play, or what do you think? Not let's not do predicted 11. Let's do what you prefer, your preferred 11. Right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I've been
Yeah.
thinking about it in a week, so it's
Mm.
actually good because um I think mine's slightly controversial in that um I really want Santos to start.
Okay.
I would actually love us to go to a system where we have two defensive midfielders. Because I know we only play with one now, and then we sort of have a centre mid that sweeps, like a sweeping eight in Enzo Fernandez. But
Yeah.
my starting 11 would obviously be Sanchez in goal, right back Reece James, Chalobah at right centre back, left centre back, Tosin.
Okay.
And I'm saying not Fofana. I don't want to see Fofana start because I didn't like the way we ended the game against West Ham. I saw Fofana make a lot of clearances and a lot of blocks, but he looked like a headless chicken.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would say, oh, maybe it's because of timeout, but I've seen him play like this before.
Yeah, no, but he is a little bit reckless, bro. And that's the thing, is he's a
Yeah.
world class player, but I think he loses head too easily.
Yes. Yes. So I don't want to see him and Sanchez together. That just feels no. So I think Chalobah and Tosin obviously going back to his former club, he's gonna want to play well. I see those two handling their striker very well. Then on the
Okay,
left side, obviously Cucurella. I think that's fine. My midfield three would be Caicedo,
bro.
Sanchez,
I just
and
sorry to
Sharp.
interrupt you. What I wanted to
Yeah.
do is I wanted to like sort of put it up on screen. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just gonna try to like set this up
Yeah, no
again,
worries, no worries.
because we're doing this like, I mean, I'm also like new to this, trying to
Yeah,
set
man.
this up. Yeah, just set this up in a way that we can sort of like have a look at it together.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
be nice when you tell me, and we can put. I'm just gonna try and see if I can get all the players in terms of formation. Do you already know like just the formation what it is, and then I can like sort of share my screen?
Yeah, I think it will be a 4-2-3-1,
Okay,
which is
four
what
to
I think Maresca plays.
okay.
So that's the closest formation I can see it being. It's kind of a 4-5-1 in defense. In fact, sometimes it almost turns into a back five, but it's mainly a 4-2-3-1. To be honest with you.
Okay.
So yeah, and actually while you're getting that up, the
Yeah.
one thing I did want to say on Garnacho was,
Yeah.
I think people need to be a little bit more excited about Garnacho. Like everything's about optics, and I think I'm a bit delusional in the way that I sometimes I twist things to see it from a positive angle.
Yeah.
But I think it's helpful in the sense of people need to remember as well, like Garnacho didn't come through like he wasn't born and bred Man United Academy. He's from Atletico.
Yeah.
So that's where he's born and bred. So that guy has that Atletico dog in him. Yeah, that's in his system. He just was sort of fashioned at Man United. And people need to remember, 2 years ago when Ten Hag went to the FA Cup final, it was Garnacho, Højlund, and Mainu that won them that final. And they were all sat on the advertising boards taking a picture. People
Yeah.
need to remember this. So when this guy comes, I just want people to remember this is a guy that has played in the FA Cup final. He should have played in the Europa League final. He didn't. He's got over 50, 60, 70 games in the Premier League or towards that number. He's played in Europe. He's, part of that new Argentinian contingent, these young boys coming through. So is Buonanotte. So for me, I think people need to get a little bit more excited. I'm seeing some of the content creators, some of the bigger ones, the Chelsea ones now, a little bit more. They're like, oh, he's here. And he actually did this last season, did that last season. So I'm starting to see people change their tune a little bit. I'm saying,
They're switching it
I
up.
was there first. Yeah, I just want to say I was there first.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you. I just want to say, like, you can continue telling me this, but I fully agree with you, because I agree with you in the sense that he's not a bum player. He's just there are certain things about him that I wish he would behave differently.
yes.
Okay, like as a thing, but then he's a young guy. What I am excited about, and what people are not taking into consideration is that yes, while Messi is there, like Enzo Fernandez won't get like that kind of thing, but Enzo Fernandez is a senior player in that team. Okay, so when Enzo Fernandez is there and he's a, like Chelsea captain, Garnacho has to come. They will speak to each other, and he has to listen because he knows that he's going to meet him, you know, in the like when they play for their country. So
Yep.
he has
You
to be.
can't misbehave.
Yeah, you can't misbehave, exactly. So whatever like they're talking about him, that he could be this, he could be that, I think that like this is definitely going to help. And another thing that's going to help, like that's why when I saw let's say how what's his name, like Bonanote like signing, and he's Argentinian as well, and I was like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. You
that could
see?
be exciting for us, because now again another Argentinian. It's just for me, I just think that like right now it would work, it would definitely
Yes.
work. And yeah, you have to be, you just have to be excited for that. You can't, there's no way that you're like playing this down, let's say.
No, you can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. And you're right. Even with the Buonanotte, the Argentina thing, like our owners have made it very clear. South America is where they believe the gold is, and I don't
Yeah,
blame them because Barcelona and Real Madrid, two of the biggest clubs in Europe, have consistently signed South American players, and it works out for them.
yeah,
Rafinha, okay, Vinicius Junior, yeah, need I say more? Casemiro, like this is the worst thing about the Casemiro one, yeah.
yeah.
I remember I was playing. This is 20, maybe 2012, 2012. So um, this is the year after Neymar got. There was a link for Neymar to potentially go to West Ham.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the first link in the Premier League was he was going to go to West Ham, and then the deal fell through, and that was like 2011. And then basically Neymar goes and has his breakout year, and he goes crazy, stupid crazy.
Yeah.
So I remember from Neymar, I started like looking like some of these teams. And then I don't know if it was I want to say it was either Santos or Sao Paulo. They had three players. And I
Okay.
remember on FIFA 13, yeah, I signed I signed a player called Ganso. So these were like the three horsemen of the apocalypse. It was
Okay.
Lucas,
Okay.
Ganso, and Casemiro. And then Neymar was like the fourth brother in there. So I remember hearing and knowing about Casemiro. And I remember on the game, FIFA had Pogba and Casemiro in midfield. And I remember thinking, these guys are gonna glow up. So I know that the Brazilian league, they're always producing gems, bro. Gems. So I kind of understand why our owners they're almost like they have a fetish for
Yeah. Yeah.
South American players. And if it wasn't gonna be Buonanotte, it was gonna be Inciso in a year's time from now. I think it just so happened that the Palmer deal has probably accelerated things, and which is another reason again why I say if you're looking for a like for like profile, I don't think Xavi Simons was a like for like profile for Cole Palmer. Then it's not the same style of player. He doesn't bring the same sort of cohesion. You're playing in a team where literally on your left wing is going to be an Argentinian player, in the middle or in front of you is going to be a Brazilian player. On your right wing is going to be a Brazilian player or a Portuguese player that speaks Portuguese, which is what they speak in Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Behind you, you've got an Ecuadorian player, they speak Spanish. You've got Fernandez, he speaks Spanish. You've got Santos, he speaks Portuguese. All around you. And I know maybe people go, yeah, oh, come on, that's a silly point. Sometimes when you're building squads, it is like Ultimate Team. Sometimes you need your green links. Your green links.
And I fully agree with you on that. I agree with you on that, because I think that like you sometimes have to be able to sort of take, like I said, you mentioned this before as well. You have to take things into context, bro. It can't be like you have to put like sometimes one and one together to say okay, one and one
Yeah.
is two, bro. Like we have something that we are like consistently building. We can't every time like start from scratch. You have to think, okay, what are the pieces of the puzzle or the bricks that have already been laid out, and
Yes.
does this fit in that or not? Because that's the
Yes.
question that we have to constantly ask ourselves.
Yes. So we'll see,
Bro, so
man. I think it's very
yeah, I'm just
interesting.
going to share this thing quickly, and then we can do your predicted
Yeah, for
or not.
sure. Let's get it up.
I'm just going to share the full screen because it's not letting me present. So I've been trying to do this.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
No,
For sure.
now we'll just do it like,
Oh, this is nice, bro.
Yeah. So we just do it like this, and then
Come on,
we'll
bro.
yeah. So let's go. You tell me. Okay. So at the back we're going to say Sanchez, right?
Sanchez, yep, for sure. Has to
So we'll
be.
do
Has to be.
Sanchez at the back. Okay. So
Sanchez at the back. Yep. Then from there, I want to see Cucurella. Yep, yeah, left back.
okay.
Then we'll go toss in at left centre back because we need someone who can play the ball out and
Okay.
be
1 second.
confident.
So I'm just going to get tossed in from here. Sorry about that. So we
No,
get
no worries, no worries. Yeah, this is exactly what I did. You're doing what I did. I
yeah.
did it all the other day. I sat for about an hour.
Yeah. So you want to do toss in where left center back?
Yeah, left centre back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. You might have to make him a little bit smaller for the midfield.
Yeah. I will layer them up.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. And then for me, Chalobah has got to
Chalobah,
go in
right.
there at right centre back.
Okay.
Yep. Reece James, right back. I want him back in the squad.
Best right back in the world, bro.
Yeah,
You can
best
say
right
whatever
back in
you
the
want.
world, bro. Best
Yeah,
right
on
back
his
in the world.
day, this guy is incredible
Facts. And he's probably the best right back in the league right now.
for sure.
Then centre mid, Caicedo.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then I'm not gonna lie, I want to see Santos.
I agree with you, and that's you can see I
I want to
already
see
had
Santos.
Santos there because
Yes.
I feel that this guy, just his tenacity though of the way he's playing and his calmness on the ball, because this is something that's
Yep.
very important in that part of the midfield, is that you can't be flustered. You have to be calm. You
Yes.
have to understand what there needs to be done. And Enzo Fernandez, again, he's a world class player. I'm not going to say,
Yes.
and he's a World Cup winner. There's no debating all of that. If he's having, like, sometimes you need to take that, like, that day off, like in whatever field you work. Sometimes
Yeah.
you need to step back a little bit to get refreshed and then come back, and then you're like performing at the same levels. So,
Yes.
and to also, like we said before, like, because there's 4 competitions, there's going to be plenty of time to play high quality competitions. This time we're not in
Yes.
the Conference League. This time we are in the Champions League. So whether you want to play a Prem game or the Champions League game, they're both really high quality, like prestigious, like games that you can play against
Yep.
like
Yep.
really quality teams. So the rotation with this squad, I think it's going to be vital, and I hope that these players are mature enough to understand that, and to understand that this is not a sprint. And if they
Yes.
stick to this, they're going to like write their names, because like Chelsea is a big club, and when you
Yeah.
write your name, on that wall of fame there in their museum or in their stadium, that's going to be forever, bro, because this. So I just
Yes.
hope that these guys are going to be mature enough, and I agree with you. So for the backline, the only thing I would do differently, just so we can do
Okay.
the
Yeah.
fourth, the only thing I would do differently is I won't play Torsen there. I would want to try to play Achampong.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair
Yeah, that's
enough.
the only thing, because again, even though he made couple of mistakes, I'm not gonna lie. In that first game that he played, he made a couple of mistakes. But
Yeah.
bro, this guy like stood his own against Matata. Like, and Matata is like a
True.
bully,
True. True.
bully of a striker. And this guy stood his own against that. So I really rate this guy, and I hope, like how Caldwell got his chance, I hope he gets a chance to play, in at least in our cup games, where he
Yeah.
builds his confidence, because this guy will be somebody to watch, because I saw the way he's playing, and there is this sense of, like, he's got this, like, let's say, this what is the word, I'm like losing the word, like he just has this aura about him, like, that
Yeah.
this guy is going to be at a certain level. Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead, let's go to build the forward
Yeah.
line.
Obviously, it's got to be Pedro Neto left wing because we don't have Garnacho in yet, and nobody else is ready. And I think that's good against their fullback Castaño.
Okay,
So I think that's going to be important. Then Estevao, right wing.
I
I'm
want you
hoping he
I want you to like
cooks.
wax lyrical about this guy for some time, because like just like your honest feelings about what you've seen so far, and
Brother,
like, go ahead.
I can't, bro. I don't even have words for this guy, bro. Like I watch him, yeah, and he's like, I see Willian in him, yeah, like old school Chelsea Willian. But then
Yeah.
I see like Vinny Jr. in terms of the tenacity. Just his ability just to get knocked down, get back the ball, and just go again, 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 again. Listen, if this guy wasn't a Christian, I would describe him as a demon. He's a problem. This guy, man, he's a problem. And bro, I genuinely have not seen a guy as exciting for Chelsea since Hazard. I
I
haven't.
yeah, I fully agree with you. And like, just because you said Hazard, and I want to say this because then when I saw that picture of him taking three defenders with him, in spite of them tackling, they tackled him. But I don't know how he does it because he's not a. And Hazard was the same. Hazard was not a big guy.
Yeah,
Hazard was like, in stature, he was a small guy, and this guy
yeah,
seems like that. But somehow, Aguero had that ability as well. Like people would
yeah,
tackle Aguero, and he can still hold the ball because of his low center of gravity, and he does that, and he somehow keeps the ball with him. I think
yeah,
that he like the occasion like sort of got to him. Like he's still a young guy. I think he's what 19 or 18. I don't know how old he
yeah.
is.
18.
19. Yeah. So basically, the occasion got to him because otherwise we could have won that first game
Yeah,
uh, because he had the opportunity. If he had to
yes,
leave it to
yeah,
Pedro could have scored it, or if he had to just like have the composure, he could have. But you hit the nail on the head when you said that this guy is exciting. Like if I have to describe him in one word, it's that when like my smile is as big as his when I watch him play.
yeah,
Honestly, like it's just this guy he is good.
bro. And the thing that gets me is people don't get this about Chelsea, and it's not just Chelsea, it's world football. But people don't understand this. Like you watch under 21 games, yeah, and you've got wingers that you're thinking, oh, you kind of hope they break into the first team. You hope they break in, but they're already 21. This guy is 18. 18 and he's doing what grown men can't do. So then
Yeah,
even when you look at why it didn't work out for Madueke or it wasn't really working out for Sancho, Sancho's like 27.
yeah,
Sancho in his whole season made me stand up maybe twice.
yeah,
The cup final goal,
yeah.
and I think he scored a goal.
Against Spurs when he came back, like
Yeah,
we were
where
not.
we losing,
Yeah, we were
and
losing, and
he
we
run
were not
into the
doing
corner.
anything, and he scored against Spurs. I think that's the only time
Yes,
for me I was like, okay, he did something.
yes, and already Esteval at 18 is doing what. And mind you, what gets me more is I don't even. I need to double check it because I don't even know how much we paid for this guy.
Bro, like
I
there's
think
different reports saying different things. Some people are saying we paid 60 for him, 60 million
okay. So
euros.
yeah, total package with add-ons.
Yeah,
Which, if it's like, oh, he wins a league, wins Champions League, yeah, we're gonna have to pay
yeah, yeah.
because he's
It's
he's
fully
he's
worth it.
he's going to be worth 100 mil
Yeah,
one
he's
day.
easily. The thing is, I think this is the biggest. Like, if people are talking about, oh, like Chelsea, like are not doing the best business, this would be the biggest robbery. If this boy stays fit, no injuries, like this guy is going to be a man because his ceiling is so high. How we
So
got
high,
this
bro.
guy against the likes of, because normally these boys would go to Barcelona, right? They would go
Yes,
to Real Madrid because
yes,
like that's their dream. Like obviously he never grew up dreaming to play for Chelsea, but today he's here. But how we got this guy and how Endrick went to to
Madrid.
Real Madrid, because you can't hear anything about Endrick. Like there is no,
No,
if there's any news about Endrick, it's something to do with his personal life rather than on
yes,
pitch, right?
always bad news.
Oh yeah, but how he got this guy, I don't know, but I am so glad, bro. Like whoever
Yes,
made this deal happen, we need to keep that guy as a scout, and we need to make sure that he doesn't leave. Like
yeah, yeah. Give
whatever
him a
happens,
raise, bro.
get that brother, like like whatever he needs, like sign him on like these long contracts that you're signing, and keep. We need that guy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, he's too good, man. Too good.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, then I think in the middle, obviously Cole Palmer's out.
yeah.
So then I would have played João Pedro. I'll play João Pedro in the 10.
Okay, so we put
Um,
there 1 second.
because I just think people I don't think people really under this is another thing, and sorry to even go a little bit off track again, but
No, no
it's
problem.
another
Go.
thing that's bothering me about people saying we've had a bad window. I saw someone today, a Chelsea fan, say um, Chelsea's window has been 6 out of 10. Say 6 out of 10. I don't understand how you can actually say these things.
Yeah,
6 out of 10. Like this guy, okay, 60 million, right? 5 million plus in add-ons. The guy has played how many games? I think maybe 7 games for Chelsea. And in that time, he scored what, 6 goals already? I think
yeah,
it is. Yeah, six goals. So we're talking about contribution, bro. This guy is a contributor. He contributes to the team. Again, we got rid of so much dead weight. People need to really take in what we actually got rid of. Sancho, he only scores 4 goals a season, doesn't work hard.
yeah,
Madueke, I'll give it 7 goals a season, 5 assists. But when the team's celebrating, you see he's the last one to celebrate majority of the time.
yeah,
Unless it's Cole Palmer, that's his friend, and then he celebrates.
yeah,
When it's
yeah,
Jackson, he's trying to
yeah,
take the ball off him for penalties.
yeah,
Mudrick is on drug charges,
yeah,
allegedly. Let me not
yeah,
get sued, but he's on
yeah,
drug charges. And we always used to say about Mudrick, he's so what? Frustrating
yeah.
because you can see it's there, but he can't
I'm
produce.
not gonna lie, bro. I was really like hoping that this guy would do well because he's
And my
also a
whole
very like spiritual guy, bro. Like,
yes,
really, I was really hoping that everything would work out for him because what I wanted in our Chelsea team is to have like one of those players or like in each position to have that one player to say, hey, he's the best at this. Like, this guy was the fastest player, in the
yeah,
Prem before
yeah,
Elanga and all of that. So it was nice to have that attribute because then it's like when you're in certain games when you have to do transition, who you have to give the ball to. This guy, he's going to beat whoever.
he's gone.
He's gone, exactly. So like I really wanted him to do well, but it's unfortunate. And yeah, but like I don't know who's these guys saying that it's a six. I That's a joke, bro. This can't be a six because the thing is, they also have to take into consideration that our transfer window didn't start now. It was not this
Yes.
August. It in
Thank you,
between that
Andrew.
Club World Cup, they had this short transfer window. I started then. Whatever business
Yes.
then counts for this, and I think João Pedro was amazing business. I,
Yes.
I don't know how much he's going to like replicate that, but what I can trust is that I saw him how he plays in cup games, and if this guy is going to play in cup games and knockout tournaments for us, I'm going to trust his ability for two things. I said this on the terrace when I was on. I said the one thing that a striker needs when he comes into a team is confidence, because once he has
Yes.
that,
Yes.
then he's going to like thrive off that. And
Yeah.
when you come in as a striker playing against your old like club or your boyhood club, and you score not just normal like tap in goals, like bangers, in
Yeah.
a stadium that is like fully bustling, that is going to do like heaps of good for his confidence. And it showed like in the game after that, bro. He chipped Donnarumma. Like, who chips
What?
Donnarumma in the final, bro? Like, that is some next level like confidence. And like he knows what he's doing. And Cole Palmer said it in one interview, said that I like playing with João Pedro. And I
Come
like
on,
to hear
man.
that because if anybody, like, Cole Palmer might seem silly in all of these videos that people make about him, but when he talks about football, I want to listen to what he's saying because he
Yeah.
knows football. Like,
Yep.
he's not like bullshitting then. And when he says he likes to play with this guy, I want that guy in the team because I
Yep.
think Jackson frustrated Palmer a lot.
Yes, yes, yes. And you could tell. And I
Yeah.
actually think that's great in terms of a segue, because the last player I'd obviously put in there is, I think the player Chelsea fans, I think we should just be most proud of this guy, Delap. I think you have to be so proud. Like, this is a guy that played for a team that got relegated and decided not to follow hype in terms of going to United, but he decided to take a risk. And it's a big risk to sign for Chelsea for his career, because let's say everybody's right and we do fail, then his career goes down the pan.
Yeah.
But he took a big risk. He bet on himself. He went to go play with his friends. And already, this is a guy that within 2 games is showing me, okay, this is the new standard of Chelsea. You come here, even if you don't get what you want to get out of the game, you make sure the team leaves with something. That's what I really, really enjoy about this guy.
Yeah.
He's not scoring, and yet every defender he's crashing into them. Centre backs crashing into them, fullbacks crashing into them. He's chasing the goalkeeper down. He's got the worst job in the team. He
Yeah.
actually has the worst job in the team. He's playing as a lone striker at the top where he has to hold the ball, give the ball, and then be in position to receive the ball and try and score. And he's not really getting the opportunities right now to do that. So
Yeah.
for me, I think when you look at Chelsea now, you have to look at this guy and say, you have to be proud of these kinds of players now, because these are young guys that could believe the hype, they could believe the characters, they could believe the fans. Like you saw in the group chat today. That's why I say I'm not even having these conversations, bro. Respectfully, because I love these guys
Yeah.
as people, but when they say things like, "Oh, Chelsea are going down the pecking order," because Xavi Simmons sat. It's this okay. I'm not having this conversation with you because you're not having a conversation from a place of reality, bro. It's
Yeah.
just pure emotion. You want to hurt people with your words. I'm not hurt. You can't
Yeah.
hurt me about Chelsea. I've seen my team suffer. This is not a team to be upset about. Like you said, the window
Absolutely.
we've actually had has been phenomenal, bro. We signed Yusogo, we signed Delap, we signed João Pedro, we brought Esteval in, we brought Santos in. Mind you, next year we're bringing in Quenda, we're bringing in Paez. No doubt we will get a new keeper if it's not Mike Penders, and he's already doing bits over there. We'll
Yeah.
probably bring in that Saga.
No, but I fully I get your emotion as well, because it is frustrating to like see people talk about like the pecking order, because we had this conversation offline, right, where we said I truly, and I believe this, I'm saying this with chest, and
Yeah,
if I like, if it happens the other way, I'll accept that, oh man, I was wrong today. But
yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen this when we go, when we make the call, when we sit on that table or sit at the table,
yeah,
like bro, there's no way that there's maybe three clubs I can think of on the top of my head who
yeah,
can outbid us, who can have better pull in today's scenario,
yeah.
on the last 10 years, on the last decade, like, because if we have not signed a player, it's not because we had less pull, or it's not because somebody
No,
outbid us. It's not that. There must be something behind the scenes, like you mentioned in the beginning, that has not happened, because I've never seen my team go into like a bidding war and lost. Bro,
no.
I will say this again, I know it's like a broken record. We Liverpool won, like, the Champions League just a year before.
Yep.
They were trying to buy Caicedo, and we got
And he
him.
said,
Like, it's, you have to take that into context. Where was Chelsea? What was Chelsea doing at that time in the league, in whichever cup competition they were playing? Yet he signed for Chelsea for a lot of
yep,
money, like, but
yep,
he signed for us. So that's why I don't believe that if we go in for somebody, we won't get them. And if we've not got them, it is because there, like you mentioned, there is something to do with, it could be financial, it could be something strategical, and I'm willing to trust these. And I'm saying this now, I'm willing to trust these sporting directors, the management, to say that they know what they're doing. Obviously they know what they're doing, and sometimes we have to be patient. We might have bad games, we might have a bad day, and what I want to see is that we progress, like
yeah,
steady progress, and build something that is sustainable. And that when we look at the club, when we want to watch a game, are we excited? Do we feel happy to watch the game?
yeah,
Are we proud to talk about the team, the tactics that we sort of like, like played on that particular day? That's what I want to do right now. Because when you ask about trophies, we have factually won it all.
yep,
Yeah. So
yep,
I'm not going to talk about like that. Yes, we have not won a prem in a long time. It would be nice to, and I think Reece James said that in one of those Chelsea, they do some stuff on their social media.
yeah,
And they asked him if you would like to win the Champions League or the prem, and he said the prem, because he said that's the one we've not won in a long time. And I
yeah,
think he
yeah,
has not won as a player, because he's won the Champions League.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So, and that was interesting. So that it would be nice to have the Premier League, and I'm this I will say next season when we have a chat next season. I'll
yeah.
say Chelsea, you must, like, we must win,
Yes, yes,
because we've
yes.
built this whole lap. I'm not going to do this leopard in the tree, the snake in the
Right.
bush. I'm not going to do all of that. I'm saying we must.
Yeah.
And then, and that's why I like to talk to you, bro. Like, we say it with chest, whatever, and then we'll get trolled. We'll get, like, put in like this corner and be like, no, but you said, no, but why? But yeah, because I said, because I believe, because I saw progression, and I'm
Yeah.
not going to back off on that. If something goes wrong, then yeah, because things can change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hey, very true, bro. Very
yeah,
true, bro. Very true, bro. People need to remember, like, I think in the last 2 decades, yeah, I think
yeah,
we've been out of the Champions League, I think 4 times in the last decade. So obviously we won the league 2004, 2005, then we won it in 2006. We were in the Champions League all the way up to, I think it was I want to say 2016,
okay,
all the way up. And of course, we won it in 2012. So all the way up to that time, we've been in Champions League. We came out the year Jose got sacked in 2016. We were out for 1 year. We came back the next year. We won the league. 2017, we didn't have a great year. 2018, we didn't have a great year in the Champions League, but we won the FA Cup. The next year, we went to the Champions League again. We had a bit, so we dropped out of the Champions League, but we went to the Europa League. We won the Europa League. Then the next year, 2020, we went to the Champions League. Didn't have the greatest time, but okay. Then we came, we won, we got third, and we got to FA Cup final. We lost. The year after that, we went to the Champions League. We won. So it seems like every time we sort of have this ebb and flow when we're out and then we win something and we come back, we usually start showing we're a serious team. So I just like that we're in position right now to be a little bit more consistent,
yeah,
to be a little bit more boring in terms of our transfer strategies,
yeah,
because we've probably done a lot of the exciting transfers now. Now it's actually about making sensible, boring decisions to build on what we have. So I think that's what it will look like going forward. And I think it'll just be good to see how Maresca develops this team, man. Like I said, I think he's really, really good at developing players. Every time I hear him talk about, even the Tyreek Georges, like he was always saying about some of these young players, like he prefers they go out and play 30, 40 games a season to know what playing football is like, to get it under their belt, as they say.
yeah.
So I'm excited, man. I think he's really going to take this team to a really good place. And I think what's really cool is there's something about him that also enables him to understand when it's now not about being tactical, it's about getting the job done. But
Okay.
he balances the two very well. So, even when we drew against Crystal Palace and everybody was upset, we still hadn't lost in 10 games in the league. So I'm looking at this guy, Andrew, man. I'm just going, I can't say he's the second coming of Pep Guardiola, but I think right now, for the next 3-4 years, maybe 5 years, I think we're in very, very good hands, man. And I think we just need to trust the process.
I second that. I second that a lot, because the thing is, like, the way he was speaking in the beginning when he came, I really appreciated his tone, because he said one thing first, and he repeated that today as well. Because when they asked him about Garnacho and they asked him about more players coming in, he said, when I signed, I said that I like this squad and I want to work with this squad. So he was not lying, and because he's saying that now after 2 years, he's still saying that he stands by what he said. Second thing is that when he signed, he said that what we have is a young team, it's an exciting team, and in 3 or 5 years, he said, this team will be scary to play against. Like, he said that, this team, people will talk about this Chelsea team, because he can see that, and that you can see as somebody who's who's somebody who develops players, develops a team, because he's able to foreshadow or see these things, beforehand. And one thing I know about Maresca that I've been always like following and seeing is that he sort of he's like a student, he's constantly, so he's
learning.
always He's always with his like his iPad or his books. He's constantly taking notes. He's constantly studying, like, game styles and gameplays and what people are doing. And he's basically that guy. Even on his vacation, he takes a couple of days, but he wants to know. And when I heard that about how he does that, I feel like, bro, that's the kind of person you want. Like, while he's working, I understand it's a super hectic life, but while he's working, he's there. Like, he wants to be the best. And that's
Yes.
a good mentality to have. And that sort of like oozes out and it goes to the players. When you see your boss working like that, you can't come with any sort of excuses. That's why Sancho won't work in a Chelsea. He's not a hard
Yes.
working player. You know,
Yes.
I will not say bad things about Sancho because I liked what he did. Even if it was a short time, he did some crucial things for us, which like won us stuff. And like, I'm happy that we didn't sign him because of these things. You said we don't need no more luxury players,
Yeah.
because even Cole Palmer now, even in the Club World Cup, you saw that he had to track back. I think Maresca's had a word with him to say that,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, your ability, but you also have to do the dirty work.
Yes.
Estevao does that. Pedro
Yes.
Neto does that.
Yes.
How Pedro does that. Dilap
Yes.
will do that because we've seen him.
Yes.
So when you have your guys, and obviously we don't have to say it, Caicedo will do it all over the pitch. When you have like players like that, then you can play against the team. And that's why I'm most excited to play teams that are, let's say, better than us in attack. That means they will
Yes.
press us and they will attack us. And I want to see us play those teams. That's why I will never be afraid to play Liverpool. I'll never
Yeah.
be afraid to play Arsenal, to play PSG, Bayern. I'll never be afraid to play these teams because their ego won't let them play low blocks against us, bro.
Yes. 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 I hear you.
So,
I hear you. I
and
hear
so
you.
for that reason, it's for me, when I get annoyed is when we have to play teams that will, like, I know if we go to play a Leicester, they're going to do a low block. So then we need
Yeah.
technical players to sort of break that down. Speaking of that, I wanted to ask you, how do you think Fulham will line up? And I'm going to press you. So before we go, like, I want to press you for who do you think, and like, who do you think will win, and what is the score line, basically?
Yeah. I think from the game last week, if I'm remembering, I think they'll go. I can't remember who their keeper is, but I'm sure they'll obviously stick with the same keeper. Right back, they'll probably play Castagna. Then centre backs, they'll go Anderson and Calvin Bassey. And I think that's good. That's a really, really good one because Delap is a bit of a warrior, and so is Bassey. So I think Delap's going to take up a lot of Bassey's attention, and that's really good. And then you've got Robinson, who will play left back for them. He's really, really fast, but he's not good at defending technically. So he's great at getting up the pitch. When he goes backwards, he can be undone quite quickly. They've obviously not got Paulinho anymore. He went to Bayern, then he went to Tottenham. So that's a big loss in the middle of the park. Iwobi's one to watch because Iwobi likes to score against Chelsea. He's ex-Arsenal. It makes sense. I remember the Europa League final. He scored that banger. So he's one to watch because he's a weird player. When you watch him, he doesn't look like he's doing a lot and doesn't look very good on the ball, but he seems to be able to create things.
Yeah.
Then, of course, I don't really know who else they'll play in the middle. They might go Smith Rowe in the middle. But I know he's sort of coming back from being out for a little while. And they said he's a little bit overweight. So he'll have to sort of, get up to speed.
I'm just going to put up the thing so you can see who's there.
Yeah. Just so I can refresh who else is their centre mid. Because I know they got a half decent centre mid. Let me just see for sure. Okay, yes. So they'll play that King boy on the left for sure. Yeah. Harry Wilson, if he plays, is very good. I think Andreas Pereira is out, injured.
Okay.
If he is or he's away, that's a very good thing for us because he's a very, very good quality player. Muniz is a great striker. He's going to give Tosin and Chalobah a handful for sure. And then, because I'm trying to think who's there. Tete's good. Tete's good. I'm trying to think about who they play in midfield. Leno, their keeper, is obviously very capable of making a mistake.
Yeah, he's capable for sure.
Yeah. So it's whether they might do a Traore and just try and get down that line. But I trust Kukurea.
Last game, right? Like last time we played, I think Harry Wilson was giving us like
trouble.
These guys all like right? Like Wilson,
Good player.
Traore, uh, even Iwobi is like these guys are like pacey players that like definitely are going to give us trouble. But what do you think like would be the score? Like what is your prediction?
Score. I think my prediction probably be. I want to be conservative, so I'm gonna say 2-1. I
Okay.
want to say 2-1. Because if we keep a clean sheet, we'll win like 3-0, 4-0.
Okay.
But I don't see us keeping a clean sheet, so I'm gonna say 2-1.
Okay.
Um,
This was our last game.
that was our last result because it was
Yes.
Pedro and Tyreek George
Yeah.
that saved us. So I'm thinking the same again, that it will be a tough game. It will be a close game. They're a little bit weaker. We're a little bit stronger, but just the nature of the game, 12:30 kickoff, first game of the day. I think Chelsea will be waking up a little bit, and we started a little bit slow against West Ham. So I'm
Yeah.
going to say 2-1. I think that's a conservative
Okay. So like same
prediction.
like last time. Like so basically the same score as last time.
I think so, yeah. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with like a 2-0. I'm going to trust. I know that we sort of conceded last game, but
Yeah,
I'm going to trust that we are capable because Maresca's been doing a good job with his defense. I really
yeah,
like how these boys are sort of like keeping it together. I'm going to
yeah.
say 2-0 because of the fact that
I like that.
I believe that we will start Estevao and I think that it's going to be like if these guys are definitely going to press because if they're going to, I think Andre Silva, no, the manager, I think he's called Andre
Yes, he's
Silva. Yeah,
good.
so he's a good manager, and I think like he will play. He will play definitely for a point or even push for the win. Like he's not going to come there, with this defeatist mentality.
Yeah,
So yeah, so I'm just like I'm going to say 2-0 and hopefully we keep the clean sheet. It's just that at some point we need to, and we'll discuss this like down the line. I think that we
yeah,
have to go in for a better keeper because no matter what you say, our keeper is the most shakiest at this moment. He's the biggest concern. I think we've sort of filled
yeah,
the places that we need to, but like our keepers, like, yeah, he's not the best, but the stats look really for us. If you see here in the Premier League,
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
won like 36 games, we won 22, they won 3. And like, I definitely don't want to draw. I definitely don't want to draw.
No,
So,
no, we actually can't draw this game. It's
yeah,
a win or nothing.
yeah, exactly. So the thing is, we'll have to push for it, and I hope that they play with that mentality. It sucks to see that Palmer's not there anymore, and I don't know how long he's
Yeah,
going to be out for because he's one of those players where he will make something happen, and I
yeah, for
hope
sure.
that somebody else picks up that mantle, and I hope that it's either Estevao, it's if they play not Andre Santos, but if they play Enzo Fernandez in the center, I hope it's him because now these
Yeah,
players need to start like carrying their own weight. They can't expect
yeah.
we can't be Cole Palmer FC. We can't
Yes,
be that
true,
anymore. So
true.
one of these guys have to say that hey, like the star boy is not there or our star player is not there. I need to step up, and the manager needs to see me as the core of the team. And like
Yes.
that kind of competition is good for us. It's good for the results that we'll get, and it's going to be like not so good for the competition.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree. I agree. I agree. And I kind of and probably the last thing I'll say on that is I actually appreciated that we won by such a big margin against West Ham without Cole Palmer. Because what I
Yeah,
thought was interesting was okay. One of the pundits here, his name's Paul Merson. He's Arsenal,
yeah,
and he every opportunity to kill Chelsea, he kills Chelsea. And he said, "Oh, Chelsea, Cole Palmer FC. If you stop him, you stop Chelsea." And then
yeah,
we won 5-1.
yeah,
So I would actually love for us to go on a really big run
yeah,
until Cole gets back.
yeah,
So then when he comes back fit and sharp, because I think he'll probably be out. They won't rush him back. So he'll probably be out for maybe like 3 to 4 weeks, ready
yeah,
to sort of go for the Champions League.
yeah.
Obviously, our
Probably after
first
the
game is
international
Bayern
break.
Munich.
Yeah,
Yes,
after
I would assume so. And he's not been called up for England. So that's a good sign that Chelsea are probably saying you need to rest. We've got bigger things to deal with.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. I hope it's a big scoreline, but I'm
yeah.
just staying conservative because I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah, no, but that's why I said 2-0 as well is because of the fact that the goal that we conceded, even though like we conceded a goal, was a free goal, bro. Like that was a really
Yeah, it was. It
Like
was.
when I say freak goal, it was a worldly. Like it was a beautiful strike. It was all of that. It was just the way Sanchez was saving that, because there was one more where he jumps this way, and instead of going with his left arm, which is the thing, he's doing this. So I don't know what he's doing. So that's why. So either way, I just think that this guy is will be our concern, but I think our defense is going to do a good job. 2-0, I will take that. We'll be like, another clean sheet. Confidence for Sanchez, confidence for that young defense at the back that's trying to like build something, because those partnerships will become important as the season goes
Yeah.
ahead. So I'm really really excited. I'm looking at trying to get like tickets, because I live in Germany, and I live probably 2.5 hours by train to Munich. So I'll
Oh,
try to
okay.
see if I can get a ticket, but it's quite expensive. I checked; it's
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah. I
230
know.
euros I'm going to see, but because it'll be an amazing experience. We'll see how that works.
That would be crazy, man. Allianz Arena, the return, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
No, but
Yeah.
I went to the stadium a couple of times. I went last month because I want to show my uncle the stadium there, and then I went like 2 years ago or something, or a year ago. I can't remember. And I
Nice.
was like walking in the Hall of Fame basically, and I was standing because I saw all the trophies. Like, there's a 2012 trophy missing here.
Yeah.
Because all of these guys are
Yes,
speaking German, and
bro.
I'm telling my mom loudly because she has no clue of what I'm talking about. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
supposed to be a 2012 trophy here. I can't see it. Yeah,
Yes, bro. We robbed them.
yeah,
And
we
we'll
robbed.
rob them again this year, boy. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
good.
man.
Man, like I have to like really thank you. Like I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate having this conversation. We'll build something from here. I don't know how we're going to do it,
Yes, bro.
because
100%.
I understand that you're busy as well. So I understand that that you have to like do other things, but we'll figure it out. But thank you so much. I'm just going to end the stream, and like we can chat. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, bro. Love
If you
Antrim,
guys
man.
liked what we did, like subscribe, like hit that notification. We're gonna build something. I know it's like completely new. This is gonna be like, just off the cuff, whatever we feel
Yeah,
like,
bro.
honest opinions. We see you guys soon.
Man.
And